Hello Summoners, and welcome to another episode of FEHology, the study of Fire Emblem Heroes. My name is Joel, and Jackal and I are welcoming a very special guest today. He goes by B.A. Radiant Dawn, but to his friends, we call him Bard. Bard, how are you doing today?
Oh, not bad, not bad. I'm excited to see this banner. I saw the thumbnail and I was like, really? This is different? And I'm hoping my best girl's on this banner, and if so, I'm going to summon very hard. Let's go.
Now, Summoners, you don't know this part, but behind the scenes, Bard actually ran all the way home in the snow, uphill, both ways. It was incredible. He actually kept us on the line the whole time. There was a polar bear. It was nuts. Fought it off with his bare hands just to get here.
His bare hands.
Oh, sorry, not his bare hands, his gloved hands. Well, one gloved hand.
You already said his polar bear hands, Joel.
This is why I'm happy to be here.
I see what you did there. I got it now.
Yeah, you do.
Shall we get started? Shall we look at this insaneness? I've seen this already, but the other two folks have not. They don't know the chaos that is about to ensue.
Oh, that just makes me even more curious.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Here we go.
Nervously.
As I accidentally push a button. It's okay though.
Yeah, she's a staff unit.
She looks amazing.
A mythic staff, okay. Wait, Fire Trace?
I think they
Fire?
shrunk the amount of text on that page just to fit everything. Like it is insane. I'm having to pull out like my magnifying glass.
Wait, what? What's happening? What was that? I didn't get to read the weapon. What was that? Why is she flying? Is this another? Well, unit makes sense, but why? Okay, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Julia, don't care. Fodder. Oh, yay, Claude. Ashera. Pretty good. Come on, give me best though. Give me. Constance, I was right on the red.
Oh.
Yes. Right on the blue. Odor, I don't care. Yorm.
Volk. Lethality.
I'm not excited. My child.
Okay, obviously we're gonna go back and look at skills, but I just wanted to sit back and look at this lineup, which is really,
crazy.
Really good.
I mean, Greenpool looks absolutely nuts with the angry child. Clock off E-Tree, but she's angry child. Let's face it. We've seen that video. She was an angry child. Odor is an absolute monster, and if you don't know Ascended Form, you really have.
You haven't played this game in.
You've not played this game in like a year if you don't know Ascended Form. Let's be real.
Yeah.
He is the worst friggin' far save in the game. It's like, hey, we're just gonna slap those skills on and Brave Hector. Shoot me now. So, Greenpool looks pretty solid. Colorless, of course, is stacked as all heck. We got Claude with attack speed catch. We got Ashera. I don't remember what she has, but she's Ashera. She's cool. And I don't know what the new unit has, but she is super pretty and randomly a flyer. Red has Constance, Volk, and Selef. Selef is distant counter, and I think he has a joint drive as a C skill.
No, he has a joint hone. Hone defense.
It's just another skill that's just fodder to me. Volk, of course, lethality is god tier.
Yeah.
Yuri, have fun, everyone. And Constance has attack speed Far Trace. If I remember correctly, because I remember foddering her to my happy for speed god version.
She is excellent. I believe attack speed push and of course an attack speed Far Trace. But look at this banner just in relationship
As a whole.
to Summoner Duels. And this is like a Summoner Duels starter kit if you take out Selef and Julia.
I mean, yeah. Fjorm, Well, it's not really Peony, not really Legendary Seliph.
Peony's quite
the
good
rest of them are pretty
in this
solid.
mode.
You got a far range flyer that could just like wreak havoc and like Kanto back behind those trenches, which is trenches are the worst. They're great though if you could play with them. Claude is an absolute monster. Angry Child is so freaking annoying in Summer's Duels.
I mean, unless you have her, which I do, and she's pretty amazing if you have her.
I do have her, and I don't use her because my team has no space for her. Though, if I wanted to, I could swap her out for Brave Micaiah, but yeah, this is a pretty solid banner. Lethality, Yuri, freaking oh man, this banner is crazy.
All right,
There's only really 3 units that are quote unquote bad, and even they're not terrible.
Let's go back and look at skills. False start. Okay, I'm going to try to read this, but
wait.
Let's read it. This is
Okay.
foe cannot counterattack. At start of turn grants defense res +6 to allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn, and inflicts false start on foes in cardinal directions of units with res less than units res.
And she's gonna be a res tank.
Yeah. In Summoner Duels, if false start is inflicted at the same time that any start of turn effects trigger for the opponent, effect will still trigger, with the exception of those that restore HP or deal damage. Okay, we're gonna read this false start thing because this is brand new, and this is a mouthful. Through their next action, target cannot activate skill effects that trigger at start of turn. Start of turn effects that cause unit to transform or that refresh availability of duo skills or harmonized skills will still trigger. If this effect is neutralized at start of turn by skills like even recovery, odd recovery, etc., effects that would have triggered at start of turn like healing and damage will then trigger.
Okay, that is interesting.
What?
Yeah. What?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring like 2 other people in here to explain what that means to me.
So basically anything that triggers at the start of turn, like let's say
No. Okay, Bart. I know you're gonna go off and say something really intelligent here, but I've got to jump in and say something really crazy.
Okay, go.
Bridal Catria gets nerfed by this.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh man.
Her whole thing.
That's start of turn effect.
Yeah, like that is nuts.
Basically, like the way I'm understanding is like let's say an effect like God, what's his name? Like Duma? Like let's say his thing was like, because it says start a turn, right? She basically says, yeah, no, that's not happening anymore.
I believe, isn't that Legendary Sigurd? Isn't his thing at start of turn?
I think so. I'm gonna flip open Faye for a quick second here. Come on in here. Yeah, that's crazy. I cannot believe there's a Summoner's Duel specific weapon effect. That is.
Well, it's not Summoner Duel specific.
Oh yeah, true. But just in the weapon estates, specifically Summoner's Duels for the main part of the weapon there. So I was like, dang. That is crazy. They're literally like, okay, Summoner's Duels is kind of broken. We need to nerf this, so they tossed her in.
Let's see. How Tearfang is start of combat. Holy Knight Aura is at start of turn. Unit can move 1 extra space.
Yeah, so he doesn't get that extra space.
Yeah. There are so many things that this nerfs. Now, I will say, the in cardinal direction is a big deal, because I've been using Loki, and for the maps where you're lined up, she is very useful. But for the maps on Summoner Duels where you're each in a corner, her stall ploy is utterly worthless.
Yeah, it's very hard to be able to, like, unless you bait your opponents really dang well, it's next to impossible to set up. Because cardinal directions, that's like a straight line?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
it's
like T-shape. Okay.
North, south, east, and west.
Mm-hmm. Basically a T. Okay, gotcha. I always get confused with that because I always see that I'm like,
well, it's a plus sign all the way to the edge of the map.
Yeah. Okay.
Not a
T.
T.
That'd be so hard to pull off in some people.
It's not bad when you're lined up, but when you're in 2 corners, it's really hard to pull off.
Yeah.
So really, it depends on the map.
Yeah.
Some maps are gonna love this. Other maps are just gonna be like, no thanks.
Looking past Summoner Duels, though, I feel like this made making a defense even harder. I mean, that's... So everyone who just built a Catria ball in Astra season is going,
Yep. I mean, I didn't just build it. It was like a month ago, but yep, basically.
Yeah, it's... Yeah. She's got Nudge, which is the healing shove, and we'll just leave it at that.
I don't remember seeing Nudge before. When have we had Nudge?
I don't remember.
Nudge was on Hilda, I think, wasn't it? Let me check. I have Hilda.
I've got it open. I've got Game Press open. Yeah, Summer Hilda. Wow.
Yep.
Nice
right.
memory.
Yeah.
Well, I have every single duo harmonized unit in the game, so I typically know what they come with.
This is a side note, but I am rewatching Who Wants to Be a Failionaire?
Failionaire, yeah.
So I don't remember. Have you been on an episode, Bard? Because it sounds like you would probably be primed for it.
Nope, not once. I bugs 50 at one point. I'm like, hey, I was like, oh, I got something to do right now. I'm like, okay, you do your thing. I'll watch. I love this.
Okay, but we're not actually done yet, guys.
No.
we're not done because we've got Holy Ground.
No,
which...
she only came with the 2 skills, Joel. You don't have to read that one.
We've got reduces damage from foes' attacks during combat to allies within 2 spaces by 30%, and grants defense res +4 to those allies during combat.
Well, hello, healing nipple.
We just crept Flame.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
actually,
I mean, we're not really power creeping Flame, because this is a Mythic hero, right? So Flame is not a Mythic, so she's not specifically being power crept.
And also, like, Flame can run the even or odd recovery. Meanwhile, unless you want to get rid of Holy Ground, which you won't, you can't run that. So
Yep.
Flame still has that niche of being able to heal and damage reduction and attack. So there's still that niche for Flame. But in terms of overall, this is pretty nuts.
Yeah, if you're asking me which unit I'd rather have, it's this one, and it's not close.
Well, okay, Joel, if you're gonna be pedantic about it, I guess, yeah.
Be crazy, use both. GG, shake my hand now.
Yeah, this is nuts. All right. From here, I think we should go ahead and rank this character. Like, if you're looking at the other Astra Mythics, where does this one rank? Because this is such a key thing. So many people bring Flame as their extra unit, and now you don't have to worry about taking up that support slot. Like, they're taking up... this is a Mythic that you're bringing now, and it's so much easier to incorporate them onto a team. So, in general, most folks put, like, in that S tier, they've got Reagan and Plumeria. In that A tier, generally, you've got Thor and Astra. And in that B, and sometimes people just skip B and put them in the C, you've got Altina and Naga. Are you putting her in that S tier? Bard.
Let me see. I actually need to kind of just re-review. Depends on the team you have her on, because on a team like mine, for Summoner's Duels, she could be really, really nuts, and she would be top tier, even compared to other Mythics or anything like that. Just because of the fact that she's a flyer with Fire Trace, damage reduction, she's got a lot going on.
But this is ranking her against other Astra Mythics,
Yeah, I know.
so...
Like, if she's not S, she's guaranteed, like, top of A or bottom of S. If the weapon wasn't, like, cardinal directions, like, that's only hitting, like, maybe 2 people in Ether Raids.
Okay, if I could, to just refocus us, let me spit out the Astra Mythics, okay? So we have Altina, Reagan,
Yeah.
Plumeria, Naga, Thor, and Astra.
Yeah, I guess compared to those, like the only ones that really even come close are Astra and like Thor, and then Regan at the bottom. So
I actually would have put Plumeria above Regan probably.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Plumeria is a dancer. She is always going to be top tier. Like for me, Regan and Plumeria are right there. I would put Elimine in that A tier. Like
I'd like top of A.
But I mean, A tier for Astra is so good. Like Thor is an amazing unit, and so is Astra. They're just they don't quite stack up to Regan and Plumeria, who are both just amazing. But yeah, I mean,
okay, so take this with a grain of salt, Joel. But Regan is only good when you put a lot of investment into her, right? My Regan is not that great. She doesn't do a lot, but she's a base kit Regan. You know, I think I put like a hit and run on her for certain setups and Aether raids. She's not great. She's okay. Your Regan is incredible. Like singing the song of joy to my heart is your Regan. So your Regan is an S tier unit.
There are things that she allows you to do. And especially in player phase strategies, that Canto is invaluable.
Oh, sure. Yeah. But we have to look at this from the average person's Fey bank, right? Is it worth spending orbs on what is this lady's name? Elimine?
Yes.
Yeah, Saint Elimine.
Is it worth spending top out at 150 orbs if you're not sparking?
I usually put it at 200, but that's
200.
Yeah.
So is it
I think that's
worth
70th
spending
percentile.
That much money essentially on this unit?
Yes.
For the average person.
Yeah.
For the average person, I would honestly, I'm not sure on that one because, like I said, the cardinal directions thing kind of trips me up, and that's kind of, Like if it was more like it was more like kind of like Yune's Whispers, but in like built into the staff with these effects, right?
So let's put it this way:
unit that's adjacent to them with res less than XXX. If that it was like that, S tier, like God tier, like double S tier.
If your main strategy in Aether Raids is tanking, this is a must summon.
True, because the enemies we coming to you, they'll be all in a line, and you just.
I mean, say goodbye. You can tank, and the main enemy of all tanks is the Catria Ball, and you now have a counter to that in this unit. So not only has your tank gotten stronger, but the defense has gotten weaker. Like this is for tanking. This is a must summon. Like stick this unit next to Ascendant Fjorm, and I mean just watch the fireworks.
Damage reduction even further on Ascended Fjorm is just
stick her next to an Ascended Fjorm with a flame and a
niffle.
And a niffle. Oh man. Is anybody gonna kill this unit or what?
Because the Catria Ball won't work, it would be very hard. Although Lethality Volk is here, and he might have something to say about it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
Yeah, but like I don't think Lethality Volk would be able to get through like a triple damage reduction Ascended Fjorm.
Well, Lethality gets rid of damage reduction, except by the special.
It gets rid of the damage reduction that's not special based.
Yes. So
Ice Mirror would still work. Oh, but the damage reduction would be.
So when we're looking at it through the lens of the average Fire Emblem Heroes player that plays Aether Raids, this is an S or A tier summon.
Oh, for sure.
No. You got to make a choice there. Are you going S or A?
No, I am talking about dependent on the summoner themselves. It's either going to be an S or A tier, just depending on their personal strategy and goals and whatever.
Right.
For me personally, I think it's probably I think she's an A tier. I really do like damage reduction. Man, it's so great because it allows me to do those broken things that I'm not supposed to be able to do. But I don't want to spend money on this right now. And oh man, I don't know that I will.
And that's a great point. If your offense is already working, then this is probably not a unit for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of go off of what Jackal said for a second in terms of like, it depends on your team. It depends on how you'd use the unit. Like you were saying that Joel, you were saying that Thor is like A tier. I believe mine is S, just because of how I use her and my build for her. And I basically use mine as like a double Fury Wings of Mercy beacon.
Wow,
and she does exceptionally well in that role.
I think there could be
effectiveness. And she just comes in, bam, and in one shot, she's the beacon.
I think there is a very good argument for Thor being S tier. That is, yeah. I don't know that it's been enough time for us to put her there, but I am slowly being sold on Thor supremacy.
Yeah, I really like Thor as a unit. I have killed some units that I should not have been able to kill with Thor. So,
all right. I'm gonna move us along.
Yeah,
I think all of us agree this is a fantastic unit.
Like in terms of this unit in particular, if you put her with like a bunch of damage reduction extra units, and you have a near save and a far save unit, you just sit there. You will win, and that's really good because that's so much damage reduction that the enemy can't do anything, and you just instant victory. In a team like that, she is S or double S. It depends on your team.
Let's talk about the colors.
Yes!
So...
I'm not excited. What are you talking about?
I just real quickly, rank your colors best to worst. Understanding that worst on this banner is still really good. Bard.
I'll let Jackie go first on that one.
Oh no, Bard, you're the guest. We got to hear from you.
Okay. Well, obviously, colorless is stacked as all heck. Colorless is probably the best with a close second for green. And then red. And then blue, unfortunately, even though I say happy makes it top. But apart from bias, blue is last place. Because blue doesn't have a whole lot in terms of fodder or crazy units. Like, Happy's pretty solid. She's a Fallen Elgard nuke. Peony is... Well, she's Peony. We already got one for free. But if you want to build her up, hey. And Julia's really just not great nowadays. I'm sure you can make her great, but that's way, way too much investment. The only one with real fodder is Happy in blue. So, Happy is like the best... or slight second best character in blue and the best fodder in blue.
Constance has some fodder. It's not like she has none.
Nah, like it's not. Far Trace kind of beats a majority of those.
That's true.
All right, Jackal, what are your rankings?
I actually 100% agree with Bard. It's colorless green, red, blue. No question.
I've got red and green flipped.
Red has lethality. Red has Far Trace. Red has push. Red has, I think, solo. Red has just a joint clone, I guess, if you just need a high C slot to slap on something just because you can.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid, but unfortunately, blue's what I'm going for, and blue is the worst, so...
So if you're looking for fodder, red is pretty solid.
And that's why I've got them flipped. And the reason is lethality is amazing. Like, it is easily the best special in the game right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you told me that you're summoning on this banner. Are you summoning just for Elimine, or are you also planning on summoning for some Volks?
Well, I have Faithfast. And so I am going to be...
this internet... I haven't got a computer virus or something.
God, it broke up. I'm sorry, Summoners. I know you didn't know what I said, but that's okay. We'll just proceed. I'll be summoning on colorless and then sparking on red.
Gotcha.
And so the hope would be that towards the spark, I would at least get one Elimine.
Yeah. So if you don't pull an Elimine, are you going to continue until you do, or what?
It won't happen. I will get the Elimine.
Oh, I believe it. But if it doesn't happen...
I mean, there's no sparking on Mythic banners. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, we'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I by the end of this, I may have a +10 Astra.
Boss. I might.
All right.
Oh God, I might have like a +10 peony.
I'll if that happens, I'll keep like a credit card statement over to the right. Just how much money did it take me to get one Elimine?
$14,000. And no wife and child later. Joel has one Elimine.
That's what I was gonna say. That's my lovely wife would burst in and say, "Hey, I just got a warning on our credit card."
It says here that you spent $4 billion, Joel.
By the way, here's a suitcase.
Yeah.
Nope, it doesn't have anything in it. I just thought you'd feel better with a suitcase in your hand as you walked out the door.
Also, I burned all your stuff, so...
But in all seriousness, if I don't get an Elimine at the spark, then that's just that. Like, I don't have the orbs to spend and I need to save.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I see Happy and I instantly have to go at least 400 orbs in.
Oh, goodness.
Well, that's a different thing for you, though. Elimine is not a favorite for me. Like, Happy is a favorite for you. And that's there are different standards for favorites.
Exactly.
Yep.
I do agree with what you said in terms of the fodder. Like, red is really solid. I would actually maybe argue Colorless is like almost tied, because red has a fire trace and lethality and DC, while Colorless has attack speed catch, which is god tier on almost any flying unit, pretty much.
Yep.
Ashera has attack res ideal and lull speed res. The lull's like, there's so many characters with the lull, but she's the only one that attacks res ideal. And there's certain characters that could just absolutely dominate with that. And what does the Angry Child have? I'm gonna keep calling her the Angry Child. I remember that.
She has her fodder isn't great. Attack res solo, and I believe it's attack res rain.
Attack res rain. No.
Yeah, so it's good fodder. It's not great though.
Yeah, her fodder is kind of meh. So yeah,
right.
I'd still say like red is top with fodder, and Kalos is like right behind.
Summoners, if you're summoning on this banner, I wish you luck. Again, please go look at Bard's stuff. He is amazing. We absolutely love his channel. He's in our Discord talking to us all the time. We always love when he pops in. By all means, go summon on this banner. Go get lethality. Go dominate summoner duels. I hope you guys are happy. Everyone jumps in with different things they can do with the fodder. But we're gonna close you out there. But I hope you guys are having a good day and schedule an appointment with your FEHologist real soon.
Yes.
Bye, everybody.